Okay. It is a wonderful, well, wonderful depending on how you're doing these days, but it is a wonderful Friday morning of Valentine's Day. And I figured what better way to celebrate today than to torment myself by trying to put Windows Millennium on the 98 machine. And I'm having to take a little bit to fine tune my setup here because those who follow me on Blue Sky may know I have a Surface Go 2 now that I'm kind of playing around with. It was a freebie, and I'm using it to kind of run the stream chat while I'm sitting at the 98 machine. So I don't have to turn my head to read chat. So, yeah. Trying to kind of get that all set up. Anyway, now that's all set up, hopefully made it so it doesn't go to sleep. Let's kind of get started here. So, I am going to just install this on another SSD. I have tried to use the Blue SCSI, and drive assignments start to get kind of weird when I use it. So I'm just gonna use an SSD. What the heck? My Apple Watch is starting to catch up on everything. Um, so I'm just gonna replace the SSD because I've got like a bunch of 128 gig ones, and I mean that's all we really need for Windows 90, whatever. So I'm gonna just replace the SSD so that way we don't have to worry about messing about with drive assignments. Because last time I tried to install Windows Millennium onto the image I have on the Blue SCSI, it just went and assumed I wanted to upgrade my 98 installation and tried to go for that, and no, that's not what I'm trying to do here. I anticipate this is going to work out exactly like 98 for the most part, so yeah, let's get into it in a moment here. Catching up on things. So the first bit of this setup is going to be done on my main computer. Hold on a minute. Whatever. So we will go to my center monitor. And I think I have a copy of Windows Millennium. Oh, crap. You know, I'm gonna go turn my NAS back on real quick. Okay, that was interesting. Look at. Oh, this stream may end up being cut short because, yeah, so we had a power outage yesterday, and, I don't think it messed with anything really, but we're having. I don't think Comcast has fully recovered from it. But, I'm gonna go ahead and pop over here. I'm gonna just download a copy of Windows Millennium. Oh my god, how dare you. Old nobody. I'm gonna go ahead and download. Detail copy because downloading it from WinWorld is probably going to be faster than waiting for my NAS to come up. My NAS takes forever to boot. I'm gonna try, because over here. Okay. You know, famous last words, because WinWorld is taking quite a bit longer to actually download something right now. Boy, can you tell I was prepared for this stream? I'm gonna take a quick speed test and make sure my network is doing okay. I'm getting the full speed down to this machine. Huh. My uplink is looking a little weak, but like not like such that it would tank the stream. Okay. Oh no, everybody's gonna see downloads. Well, while this is going, I should probably... Well, actually, no. I can't do that just yet because I need to get the installation files for all this to work. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to open PowerISO and just grab all the installation files, or PowerISO, mount the image, drag all the files over to the SSD. That way we can just boot the 98 machine from a boot floppy and run the installer straight from the SSD, and we should be good to go. I'm going to plug this in real quick. I did previously use this as a Windows install drive for my Surface. So I'll go to my PC. I said I will go to my PC. And it's just gonna kind of sit there and stare at me all weirdly. Oh boy, this is going all sideways this morning, ain't it? Right. Oh, Windows Millennium has finished downloading. I'm gonna turn this off real quick. You know, I am a dumbass. I had a copy of Windows Me sitting right on the desktop because I've tried this before. I'm not a good Friday, folks. I need more caffeine. Anyway, we have it just right there, center on the desktop. Let's see if I can mount this. Like I can. Pop open File Explorer. Yay, my NAS has come back up finally. And there's a tool I like to use for things. You know, if I could find it, that'd be great. Fine, that's another thing I have to go download because I swore I had it on my NAS, but I guess unless I completely absentmindedly like shoved it somewhere I forgot about, is all the more likely. Okay, so Bridge Crop makes an excellent utility here that I like to use. It's just GUI format, and I guess it just brings forth a GUI for something that's like more under the hood. And I like this because it's really simple, gets the job done, and I can use this to format that my external drive that I just cleaned up. And I'm going to make this an MBR disk. Now, normally I would format this in the system that I'm going to be using it on, but yeah, I don't want to do that. Oh, we're going to make new simple. Does not matter. I just need it to have a drive letter. Make sure I don't nuke the wrong volume. And we click start. And it's done. So now that drive is ready for Windows Millennium. So now I'm going to go ahead and over here, and I believe, yes, we are mounted up over here. I could find where the window went. So here's our Windows Millennium install. We are going to open this up. There that is. Our Windows Millennium drive. I am going to grab the folder and just drag it right over here. And there we go. There's our install files on the Windows Millennium SSD. Don't think we need anything else on here. That's pretty much that. Now let's go over to the Windows 98 machine. Now this is going to be a little bit weird, or maybe, we'll see how this goes. But I'm going to be using, for the first time, dropping more frames. Alright, YouTube was just like, we're not receiving enough data. Oh my god. And we're gonna try and get through this, but this stream may be over before it actually begins. The rate we're going. Anyway, so this part's gonna be kind of boring because you're not gonna see anything I'm doing, but I'm gonna have to get on my knees. And I know some people, Trina, might like that, but I'm gonna get down where the 98 machine is and swap the SSDs out, and hopefully, everything will just work, and we will be off and running, and this will not be as painful as when I tried to do it with the Blue SCSI. And I should say, no, like, I don't mean, like, don't construe that as me being mean to Blue SCSI here. It's just the way that it seems to work with my system. I can't really... It doesn't seem to jive with my system the way that I would want it to for an OS installation. Especially if I have a 98 install already present. It wants to, rather than make a new install, it wants to go and molest my 98 install, which I would prefer it did not do. This is also a good opportunity for me to get the 98 SSD out of here and do a backup on it, because it's been a minute. And from having to blow away everything and redo it all like last time, yeah, that was very painful. So I will be right back. So maybe I could talk to you guys while I'm down on the floor doing this. I really wish I had an enclosure for this kind of stuff. Okay. I do not think I'm going to set up too terribly long, so I am not screwing that thing in. Okay. Holy moly. Let's get this show on the road. Go ahead and put our disc in. God, the Extron looks so good. Like, it comes up before the, you guys see the video before I do. Like, the monitor, my monitor gets sync, like, way before the Extron, or way after the Extron does. There's our Blue SCSI. I think I still have a, disk image on it. But the role of the Blue SCSI in this system is mainly to be an ODE, or optical drive emulator, because I don't like daemon tools all that much. Alright. Sketchy. There's really not enough room on this table for both my, for my Surface and my keyboard and just everything, but We'll make it work. There we go. And yeah, here's the Extron doing work. Because, this part here would be completely unusable or unreadable if I was running my old setup. So, I'm gonna say a nice thank you, Joe of JCM-1.com. He's the one who sent me this Extron for free 99. So I'm very thankful to him for doing this for me, so we can actually do this stuff without having to have seizure warnings on everything, for those who remember how bad this got. So this is completely normal. I'm expecting this, because I have a 1 terabyte drive in here. It is split right down the middle for NTFS and FAT32. I almost said HFS there. Because I did want to run Windows XP on here, or Windows 2000. I wanted to run it in a dual boot configuration, and actually I totally could, but I ended up not doing that because I want to get one of those hot swap bays that will fit in a 3.5-inch bay and accept 2.5-inch drives. They do exist, they're just not cheap. So this is going to be normal because it's seeing that partition I have on the 1 terabyte drive. Oh. Alright. WinWorld, save me again. Yo, we got the first try. Nice. So I do wonder if... what is going on? I think once we land at the desktop, or if we hit a failure, I'm just gonna call the stream because OBS cannot stay connected, and I don't know why. I think something has gone weird with my internet and the power outage yesterday. So, I guess let's carry on, and once we get to the desktop, I'll call the stream. Really annoying, because, man, I kind of looked forward to this today. So, accessories. We will install everything. We have all the room in the world. Why not? Themes. Why would you not install themes? What is wrong with you? We don't need dial-up anything because we are not running a modem. Gee, maybe we will just for giggles. Sure. Hyperterminal was the bane of my existence in high school. Sure, why not? I'm down to have some flashbacks over here. ICS, sure. You know, I don't know if there's a third-party MSN server. That'd be kind of neat if there were. Net meeting, Discord for boomers. No, I'm just kidding. You know, there may be a time when I get like a wild stick up my ass and decide I want to, play around with modems and stuff. So, maybe. Multimedia, yes. All of the yes. Give me the multimedia. Don't need those. Prodigy gives me good old memories. Don't need Outlook. This computer is... No, I'm happy with my 98 startup disk, thank you. I do wonder how the other scene looks here. Because this scene has, like, aspect corrections and such. If I go over here, yeah, I like the 4x3 better. If I could do a good Draga 1 impression, I'd be like, my ass! Through all of this. Now, one of the things you need to do is, because I am installing this onto a SATA SSD. In this case, I'm using an SIL 3114, and this will be good enough to get you into the OS, but performance will be very erratic until you actually install the drivers. I don't know what changed. I know like the driver model changed, like going to like 2000 and XP, but for 2000 and XP, it needs to install the driver before you install the OS. Or you can slipstream it one way or the other. I do believe I have the driver disk somewhere in my box of tricks over here. So I don't have to go hunting for it. Yes, I do. So it turns out when you decide to do this, the not so hard way, it actually just works. I would love to dual boot this system though at some point with a 2098. All right, see if it works. Given that this is a pretty by the books 98 installation, at least it should be. I'm gonna do a quick test here if I got it in time. Yeah, that actually looks pretty alright. Cool. This is another screen that would trip out my old capture card, so I'm very happy to see it just work. Once again, Joe is a boss for just donating this to me. God, looks so good. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. I'm actually having to, it's actually working good. The, my, actual monitor is taking a while to kind of, like, get sync, so having to look at the OBS output right now. Oh my god, so pretty. So cursed. I do wonder, because Joe did, when he gave this Extron to me, he did mention it gets a little weird at higher resolutions. I do wonder if this is kind of what he meant. I'm noticing, like, it's kind of cut off a little bit, and I don't think any level of adjustment is going to get that quite right. There's enough here so you guys can see what's going on, so it doesn't really matter, but I do wonder if this is what he meant. Should ask him. No matter what, this is still far, far better than the previous setup, because right now I have you guys hooked up via VGA, and the monitor I'm using to actually look at the computer is connected via DVI. And previously it was the other way around. I would have DVI for capture because DVI can be easily adapted to HDMI, but VGA for the monitor I was, using to look at the machine. So, yeah. Technically, the way I have it set up right now, VGA should be the primary, but we'll see how that goes. Oh, hey, it's Trina and Dave. Good to see you guys. Hopefully, the stream is okay for you guys because it's been. OBS has been having a time. And by OBS, I mean my internet has been having a time. So, depending on how things continue to go, I may cut the stream early, but, so far it seems okay. I also have to wonder at what point do I put sponsored by jcm-1.com on my stream because of all the hardware he's given me. I was just singing praises about the Extron that I'm using at the moment. Yeah, it's been just disconnecting for some reason, like every so often. I'm not sure why. So far, this is going really well. Turns out when I just do things the way I usually do them, it just works. Also, given yesterday, I'm half expecting the power to just suddenly go out. Because again, PG&E seems to have that, or at least our area, for some reason, the power goes out if someone does so much as like blow on one of the power lines around here. I don't think this is an OBS issue necessarily. I'm kind of like poor phrase on my part. I think Comcast is just kind of having a moment out here. I will be right back while this goes on. I'm gonna go grab a drink. Okay, I see we have rebooted. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, am I right? No, I'm kidding. It's only a Pepsi. Diet Pepsi. Oh no! Get it away! Cool. We are in the OS. I see we have dropped some frames. Good stuff. We have made it to the desktop. Okay, so let's see where we're at. So, control panel. This is when they start doing this fun stuff. So, I believe we go down to system. What are we missing? Pretty much everything. So as you can see here, mass storage controller, that's our SATA card. I just checked my upload speed and it's usually it's around 350 megabits, but right now it's like 100, which should be still more than enough for what I need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this disk into my floppy drive. And we are going to install the driver. And it's going to find the floppy drive, and there we go. Yeah, I'll let it reboot. Why not? Yeah, like I don't know what could be happening. I think something happens to what if this is reminiscent of when I was having a lot of upload speed issues. What would happen is even if speed test would say my upload speed is just fine, like or fine enough for what I want to do with it. If I looked a little deeper, I'd have a bunch of packet loss. Oh, Trina. Oh, Trina. Do I gotta talk about your telecom industry up there? Then again, who knows? Maybe things have changed last I remember. Anyway, things continue to happen. Let's go do that. Oh yeah, there's the blue SCSI with the failed install on it. So drivers, and this should be enough for. This is all Windows 98 stuff. So let's see here. Can I not select the whole thing? Come on. Then Gigabit on Windows 98. Oh boy. No, we're not going to restart just yet. Okay, so I think I have a set of drivers for this. This needs to go away because I do not have a sound blaster in here anymore. I think this is, yes, this is what I need. Okay. I think I can just do this. What in the... Oh, we'll see if that works. It probably isn't. Oh, nice. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, I requested that to post a link a while ago. Totally forgot about it, though. Not plugged into the yeah, no. Let's see if that actually worked despite all the files it could not find. Actually, we're gonna do one more installation. Now we shall restart. And hopefully get the full experience of Windows Millennium this time. Of course. Oh, Windows Millennium, you... Thank you for using our OS. As usual, you have been a real pant load. Fine, you get the actual reboot button. Oh no, Edge SSD. Tim Langdell's gonna sue me, guys. Do we boot or do we explode? Oh my god! Gradients! We actually have gradients! Oh my god, my monitor! I think we have sound. Guys, it's the Windows 2000 startup sound! Okay, it sees my router. Why is it mentioning this? Clone, yes, I'm glad it remembers. I think we're at 1280 by 1024 right now. No, that just broke everything. Oh god, it's doing some weird stuff with the extra. Oh, that's actually kind of hilarious. Why is it doing that to the Extron? It shouldn't be happening. Oh, okay. Where's my resolution? I think I just do that in the vanilla control panel. Okay, back to 1024 by 768, please. What is going on? I think I see the problem here. I think I have to set the Extron as the primary. Yeah, there we go. That was strange. It was acting like I was like pushing too much pixels to a monitor that couldn't display all of them. That was really weird. Anyway, uh do I even need this at this point? Maybe, possibly. Okay. So that's a plus on Windows Millennium, I guess. It just automatically already supports the chipset and stuff that I have on here. Let's look at the old crunchy Windows Media Player. Oh yeah, that is so 90s. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? No, 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 no. What were you thinking? Wow. It just tried to get me copyright stricken. Wow. Alright. Let's test the interwebs. Yay, we have interwebs. That's weird. Windows Update Restored should just work. There we go. I forget back in the day you had to put www on things, on some things. Why are you telling me this? I don't need to know. Oh, and it crashed Explorer. Good job. When it comes to failure, you are second to none. Let's make sure we are on Windows Millennium. We want V4. I think we just open it. This is one of those really awesome things I love about like the retro community. Somebody went through all of the just the painstaking effort to recreate Windows Update for these older devices. Now for this, we just want to install the certificate and it should never bother us again. You do want to install all these certificates because That way it shouldn't bother you every time. And I know some people be like, oh my god, security, but these are like, these are ancient OSs. It's gonna be okay. Also, as you will notice, I am on the internet. My computer has not exploded. So, no, no hate towards that guy who did the video on Windows XP going on the internet, but I really feel a lot of people took the wrong thing from that video. And they think now if you connect a retro computer to the internet, it's going to just explode, which is not the case. Because these days, our modern systems, we have built-in firewalls on our routers now. Previously, that was like kind of a luxury item. These days, you just kind of get it with everything. But pretty much, you're not going to blow up your machine by connecting it to the internet unless it was already infected with malware to begin with. Because I do remember some Windows XP ISOs back in the day, I think had Blaster like slipstreamed into them. But no, you're fine. It's not going to do anything. So I'm going to let this run some updates, I guess. And boom, there's our critical updates. Yay. Let this run. Get IE6 installed. I'm pretty sure that won't, like, it wouldn't even try to load that. It'd be like, what geriatric browser are you trying to access this place with? I need to turn the shutdown sounds on. Also, you guys are seeing exactly what I'm seeing right now. The blinking cursor is kind of in the bottom middle of the screen. I don't know why it's there. I will give it a moment before I hit the I'm no longer asking you to reboot button. This has been going worse than Windows 98, if you can believe it. Windows 98 did not have these issues. Here I was willing to give Windows Millennium a fair shake. It's just doing this kind of weird stuff. Okay, then. I'm just gonna reboot you now. I really hope that was not like my video card giving out. That would suck. Well, I can say so far, I have not been terribly impressed with Millennium. Every shutdown thus far has been improper because of this. My brother in Christ, you already have the drivers installed for that. By the way, how's the computer audio coming through? If you guys are still watching. Because I am running the audio just through the Extron at the moment because I wanted to see how well it did. It like because it has a headphone jack on it, so I can just inject audio onto HDMI rather than having to run it through a separate audio interface. Yeah, but how does the computer sound? Like the when it started up? Like, did you guys hear the Windows start up pretty fine? Sweet. Okay. So now, yeah. So after you run Windows Update Restored, it actually just takes over the default Windows Update. So now it should just work. It has expired. Where I've installed these. Why are you being weird? Oh, I'm stupid. This is probably not set correctly. Yeah, that explains everything. There we go. Now we should stop getting bugged about that. And now, now we don't need system restore. And I'm curious. Yeah, it updated. For some reason, I thought when this updated, it replaced the Windows logo up here with a Windows XP logo. Oh my god. Uh, I'm gonna make this my version of watching grass grow. Kind of like how Trina has mem test streams. I'm just gonna have Windows Update streams. Gotta pump those watch numbers up. I will say this has been going a lot faster than Windows 98, though, like the update process. 98 would take its sweet time doing this. This has been surprisingly pleasant. Will we have to force this again? No, we will not. And that's why I wanted to run Windows updates, because little weird fixes like that. I know Windows 98 had a weird shutdown bug that was fixed in an update. um, excuse me, what improper shutdown? That was a proper shutdown if I've ever seen one. Windows is gaslighting me. I don't care. I really don't care. I do find it funny you can see modern devices, though. So, I don't care about this install as much as I should. So I might just Daemon Tools this for giggles. I don't know yet. There we go. That's the way it should be. Don't need that. Windows automatic updating. We don't need that. Windows Movie Maker. Oh, baby. These are kind of important. I don't use I don't use an IDE drive in here, but I will have that just in case. And we'll do DirectX on another reboot. We don't need system restore where we're going. What I would really love to see someone attempt at some point is like a retro speed test in a way, like a to see how fast the network card is in retro machines. Because this might be a gigabit card, but I do not think these older OSs can fully utilize it. So I would love to see what the effective speed is. Oh, hey, my scroll wheel actually works. That's pretty nice. Not sure why. I mean, my mouse is working fine, so go off, I guess. Yo, we got the pinball! Actually, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be getting some echo because I have noise filtering kind of turned off. Yeah, we're having a little bit of fun here while we wait for the updates to do their thing. So what really strikes me as weird with this is I don't think there's really an indication that this is actually like a single table. Like, yeah, there's no indication that this is really part of a package. 'Cause, yeah, like you can play Space Cadet on a Mac because it's just called Full Tilt Pinball and it's like 3 tables. But there's no indication nor an upsell for you to go buy the full game. And I think there's a small difference, like, because I was just looking at the help as you saw there, and for some reason I don't remember in the full version of Space Cadet, I don't remember running out of fuel causing the game to end in the full version. I could be wrong on this though. So now we're back to just being stuck here again. Once again, I'm not super impressed with this OS so far. This just makes me want to use Windows 2000 more. It almost feels like this is what Microsoft shat out when they were like, when people were like, we want a consumer version of Windows 2000, and, well, Microsoft just be like, well, here you go. Here's Windows 2000 at home. Here's Windows Millennium. Probably because they were biding their time with Windows XP because it wasn't ready yet. And I know that Windows Millennium was kind of a stopgap release. But like, I don't get why they didn't just release, say, a lesser featured version of Windows 2000 to kind of get people ready for XP. I don't know. Maybe I'm probably oversimplifying this way too much. I do also realize that Windows 2000 does require different driver packages, and it would have probably been a lot to make that jump so soon. So Windows Millennium was kind of a way for them to kind of ease it in just a little bit. It would be funny if the shutdown issues were being caused by the sound drivers as they were on Windows 98. Why didn't these install? Did it prematurely reboot? Yeah, we'll try it again. I think once I get the updates done, I'm probably gonna kill the stream. I'm looking over and I'm seeing OBS is still having like occasional hiccups. I think what I'm gonna have to do after the stream is like maybe troubleshoot my internet a little bit. Give the modem a good old reboot. See if that makes it come good. What I probably should have done, now that I'm thinking of it, is maybe dedicated one of this SSD to Windows XP and have this be have it be like an early XP machine. Okay, let's try this again. Get out of here. Is a proper reboot just too much to ask for? Like, come on, man. Not even Windows 98 fell on its sword this badly. I expected to go, like, I half expected to go into this being like, Windows Millennium wasn't so bad. It is very quickly proving me wrong. No. Knock it off. Suppose before we wrap this up, should I have a little bit of fun here? Yeah, I should do, actually. See if they fixed the problem I was having. Oh, there's some weird hitching going on here. What the heck was that? Alright, so... Okay. So if we're gonna copy Windows 2000 here, we gotta go all the way, right? Let's run, since we have to do a reboot anyway, to test this out, let's run another update. The SemWheel installed DirectX 9.0. Because if we are to run games on here, we definitely need it. And this is kind of where I'm getting at with that whole, like, I may have a gigabit NIC in here, but I don't think the system is powerful enough to fully, like, utilize it, because I really do feel like this would be going a lot faster, and I don't think Windows Update restored servers are this potato-like, so who knows. But the bug I want to test here, for those who don't know, on my Windows 98, we're on the 98 machine, but on Windows 98, the I could change this to Tahoma, which makes it look like Windows 2000, but on a reboot, it changes it to some odd font, and it doesn't stick. And I think that's a Windows 98 bug. And I want to know if that bug has made it to Windows 2 or Windows ME. One of the fun things I do remember about Windows Millennium back when I was in high school, because the computer I had back then was still running it, and my systems instructor took such pity upon my soul that he let me kind of borrow the school's volume license for Windows 2000 and put it on my computer. That was a fun time. So I got to enjoy Windows 2000 when it was still relevant. And boy, what a departure it was. I actually tried to run Windows XP back then, but that was before, like, activation was very thoroughly defeated. And you had to kind of hope someone on the internet, like, knew about it and had, like, a crack for it that didn't just blow your computer up. Because I remember downloading a Windows XP ISO back in the day over dial up. I remember having to keep the computer on for like all night to have it download that ISO and then burn it. Because also back in the day, one of my teachers actually knew I was into computers and stuff, and I guess she had just happened across a disk burner in her stash of things that she had never like put to use, and she's like, "I'm never gonna use this thing. Do you want it?" And I was like, "Yes, please." And that was like the nearest thing we got to like iPods, at least for me. Because yeah, no, I was in high school during the rise of the iPod, but it was like very much a thing I was never going to be able to afford. So being able to have like a burner in a CD player was the next best thing. Eventually, though, I did get an iPod, because I was also the high school kid that would go around and fix people's computers. Sometimes I would end up at someone's house where, like, they were a person where money was no object. So, upon finishing a job for somebody, they were like, okay, so within reason, what would you want at Fry's? And I mean Fry's, like the electronics store. And they were like, and I was like, well, I really wanted an iPod for the longest time, and she was like, say no more. And so my first ever iPod was a Nano, first gen 1 gig Nano. Actually, no. Before that, I technically my first iPod was actually a 512 meg Shuffle, but that wasn't my iPod. It was borrowed from a friend. But the first one I could call my own was a first gen Nano. Oh, the memories. That's actually a project I need to undertake at some point because I do have a first gen Nano that I need to replace the battery on. And I have the battery. The battery was actually given to me for free, believe it or not. But I have the battery, I just need to like open it up and solder it. Also, hopefully you enjoy Exodium's story time while this stupid thing finishes, because it's taking forever. Yes, go away. Oh, I was waiting for me to dismiss that, I guess. Okay. Okay, well that was unnecessary. Okay. Do we get a clean reboot this time? No, we don't. Uh, Control delete out of this. No, I can't. Sure is Windows 98 in here. How's the Surface doing? Pretty good. Hello, Lee Cricket. Oh, you're probably not gonna like what I have to say then. Because, this Windows Millennium installation has been anything but smooth sailing for me thus far. Oh no, the bug is still there! Uh... That's unfortunate. Yeah, Tahoma doesn't stick. Why? Does this happen with other fonts? I gotta test for giggles here. Oh, why are we? The Extron is putting some weird. That shouldn't. Why? I need to reconfigure this thing a little bit. That's weird. Okay, anyway. I was gonna do, oh yeah. Control panel. Play. Um yeah, it just wipes the font choice here. No, I'm gonna go full violence here. This is terrible. Uh Alright. And no, we do not get a clean reboot again. So why would we? Why would we? Windows Millennium just like it wants to take the crowbar to my face on a constant basis today. Meanwhile, let's bring up our good friend the Extron. Output configuration. Uh, I wonder if this is again what Joe meant when he said that this can get a little bit weird. Okay, reboot time. 800 by 600 is not the end of the world, though I would prefer 1024 by 768. This might be something I have to do a firmware update for, which it's not going to be the easiest thing in the world to do because I have to get a laptop with a serial port. So you're telling me Comic Sans works? That's a knee slapper. Come on, Windows. If we're gonna do Windows 2000 at home, we gotta commit to the bit here. So weird. You know, I wonder if that'll do it. Let's try it. I'm gonna try a straight up shutdown this time and see if we lock up again. That would be a yes. So we locked up in a different way this time. The system is still powered, but video has gone. We'll try something bold here. I removed the blue SCSI drive this time. I don't think that's causing me any issues, but you never know. See, what's kind of weird is I think Windows Millennium is very period correct for this hardware. Yet this hardware is really having a bad time with it. I should try the Windows 98 shutdown patch and see if it actually does anything. Would be kind of hilarious if it did. Because you would think Microsoft would have just patched that in. Yo, it's stuck this time. Huh. I think that was the move. So we just have to select Baltic, I guess, and it sticks? That's so weird. That is so interesting. Eh, eh. If it works, I guess. Yeah. Come on, OBS. Come on, OBS. Okay. I'm gonna try the shutdown fix. I'm gonna kill the stream because OBS is just not having a good time. Look at me, I'm browsing my NAS from the Windows Millennium thing. Oh yeah, we should copy this over. How did Damon Tools end up in here? That's weird. Alright, this is another. Huh. Yeah, I should just run. I should just update the driver. Anyway, let's have a little bit of fun. Hey all, you want to see why we run SATA? Look at her go! $100. That is a thing of beauty right there. Just delicious. We are maxing out the box with this one. Okay. Fun has been had. So, I wonder if 81.98 will be okay on here. I mean, this is pretty much an experimental install, so I don't really care if this explodes. Because I already have SSDs with Windows 98 and Windows 2000. It's like, why even run ME at that point, right? Other than for my own pain. I like how I also said I was going to quit and then didn't. Okay, we're gonna give this one more try. Mark my words. One more try. Then I'm calling it. I sadly do not see this situation improving. Actually, the one more try is going to be after I hit it with Shutdown Patcher. Assuming the NVIDIA drivers are the one causing the issue. I don't care. Go away. Okay. Now that is said and done, I will give it one more after this. Because we just patched it. Well, on my screen, the blinking thing is in the right place, at least. The Extron's having a little bit of a fun with it, though. Okay. One more. This is the last restart I'm going to give it. I think my takeaway at this point is that, like, some OSs deserve a second chance. Windows Millennium is not one of them. Also, my Extron has lost the plot. Extron Plus. Oh, we're having a bad time over here. Alright. Let's see what happens. No blinking cursor this time, but it still crashed. So yeah, this was an experiment that did not go according to plan. Well, I mean, I guess it did if you think about from a point of view of Windows Millennium absolutely sucks balls, and I was totally setting myself up for a failure here. This system is about as period correct as I think it can get for the most part. I don't think it's the video card. I'm gonna go ahead and let this reboot because I want to make sure the Extron is okay. I mean, that's kind of new. I do need to dial this back in now. Okay. Sufficient. But yeah, if you want to see the fun little specs, I do have a mild overclock dialed in here. Why would we... Huh. Can this boot separately from the SCSI card? Weird. Okay, anyway. I think that's going to do it for the stream for today. So hopefully you enjoyed this little weird adventure. And, well, till next time, I will see you all later. Let me put up the fancy little thingamajig here. And yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed, whoever's still watching. And till next time, maybe next week, hopefully. I'll see you guys later.